That's all done, dusted. Don't like groundworks, I don't like painting. I've got, and I said, because I don't want to get it all on my clothes, because I got obviously some really nice Snickers gear. Yo, morning, day 6 of the rear extension. And today I've got to hopefully not get absolutely crushed by a massive steel that is due to be delivered any second. So if you're new to the channel and you want to follow this progress, where we are going to try and film every single day of this build, turning this, what looks to be a proper mess, into something stunning. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do, links in the corner. Do me a favour, it's completely free. And let's get stuck into the video. So yesterday we had a pump, and I'm hoping for the life of me, because I've got a bit of a problem with our drone at the minute, and I'm hoping for the life of me that the drone footage has actually worked. So obviously at the time I haven't sent it off to the editing at the minute, so I'm hoping it works, because we've had a little bit of an issue and that'll be really disappointing if it hasn't. So we used a pump for the first time on the company, which actually won't be the last time because it's absolute dreamy. You just stand here and let the lads do the work. Winner. So today we've got to get on with getting the Windpost in, which is going to sit here. So if you saw yesterday's video, you'll see that Steve was leveling all this off and making it all as smooth as we possibly can. So Steve is literally at the minute going off to get some fittings to bolt that down. Like I say, there's a huge Windpost here that's going to stick up. So we've got to make sure we don't drop on either one of our heads. And while I'm waiting for that to turn up, I've got to extend that out to here, because that is our rodding point for the drains. Now, ideally, we would have preferred to have another rodding point inside on a stack where we can get to it, but the stacks are completely encased in the house, so we can't get to any of those to do anything with them. So the next best solution, which we've come up with building control, is that we're going to have to extend that out so it's past the perimeter of the new build. So we've got an access point, which is what I'm doing right now. So it's yeah, not ideal, but it does the job. It's there, it does the job. So we're waiting now for those steels. So I'm going to crack on, get this cut out. So my intention is, we'll cut this out here, we'll extend that through, and then it'll be coming up here. For now, it doesn't have to look pretty at the minute because all this is going to get landscaped. So we're not exactly sure on what is happening. That's a discussion to be had later. So yeah, it's been, there's a lot of stuff to do. So we'll get that cut off. Hopefully the steel turns up. Now we have got some really cool bits of kit that we made, but that's at Sean's house and he's on holiday. So this is going to be not so fun. Okay, so we are quite a long way into it, and I just thought it might be a little bit boring just watching us breaking stuff out. So Steve's obviously came here and it's now sort of early afternoon anyway. We've made a decision and we've ended up having to break all of this concrete out. It's just been we realised that it's going to be a bit more of a pain in the backside trying to sort that old inspection chamber out without having it completely broke out. So we've done that now. We've chucked all the stone back on there. That's how much has come out of just that area. So we've got to take loads of photos, obviously, for building control, make sure they're happy. Then we've got to backfill it all with pea gravel, same as these. We've got to pea gravel these, but it's going to cost a bit more money. The reason behind that is because the whole thing's encased. Again, I keep banging on about this. They shouldn't be encased, though drainage should not be encased in concrete. It's not supposed to be done like that, and obviously previous people have done it like that, and we've had to spend all morning, well, literally all morning, chasing all that out. It's been a bit of a pain. We've also had to chase out a lower section here because this is going to have an apex roof on it, on the building. It's going to be an apex. We need to have a rainwater fall like drain point here and at the other end. So we've had to then extend that for the rodding point on there, which again is a little bit pointless anyway, but it's there, it's on. We did have a bit of a poo surprise, well, a wee surprise that came out when it came through. This is why I don't like groundworks, it's minging. But yeah, so We're not going to do the drainage until, like I say, Kian and Cal are going to be here tomorrow to get on with all the brickwork and all the rest of it. And then, like I say, we're going to get the Windpost done in a minute. Steve's just on the phone to the architect about something else at the minute. So yeah, so I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. You just get a bit frustrating with all the braking and all that sort of stuff. It's really annoying. So what we're going to do now is we've got the laser out because we're now trying to pick up our point, which is just down here. So we need to pick up our line from here, because you've got this plinth piece here. It's actually really quite hard to transfer that through. So I don't know whether you can just about see the green line there, because it's not that we're going to, it's this, which is actually the top course up there, and then we're transferring that through, and then so we can square everything up for the build to put our Windpost in. So I'll just quickly show you the Windpost, because that came, like I say, mid-morning from our steel manufacturers that we use, because we've used him for, oh God, well over 15 years, something like that. And he's rang him up yesterday to get this, manufactured it and dropped it off for us. So massive shout out to Paul. So this is the Windpost. So we've got two different sizes for the holes that are coming through. So these are all going to be drilled out. So I think it's 22mm holes that we need to drill out at the bottom. And then we're going to use like a concrete resin fixing for that. And then we have steels for a plate on the top that sit on top to carry on through. So this build is going to have a projected roof, I believe, on it. So it's going to look really spectacular. We did one literally a street away that side, and that looked really good as well, in fairness. So hopefully should be fairly straightforward with a bit of luck. I know it's freezing, isn't it now? It's freezing, it's gone cold. So it was really nice and sunny earlier on, and now it's gone cold, and it looks like we may be in for some of the wet stuff. Okay, so we're getting on with sorting out obviously the Windpost. Excuse me. So what we've done is we've piloted through with a 20mm STS, and then so you can go through the holes nicely on there. And then what we've done is then whipped the post out of the way, gone through with a 22mm, which then will give us a little bit of space to put the resin in. So the resin, what it is, because you're going to make sure that you blow all the hole out.
How rude.
How rude, excessive ducks. You blow all the hole out, and then obviously put your resin in, and then give them a little bit of a love tap. And it doesn't take long for it to go off at all. You got to work fairly quickly. And then it's not too bad in level wise, so it's going to lean, it needs to lean a tiny bit that way. But what we're going to do is going to get these in first, and then we can just put a couple of shims in underneath. But we spent a little bit of time making sure that it's obviously in the right place, because obviously if it isn't in the right place, then all of this is a waste of time, and it's going to be a little bit annoying. I say a little bit, it'd be massively annoying. So we've had to square off the building from that side, as you just about see the string line over there. Square off that way, pick the point off over here, and then basically get to here. Now, that, do you know what size? What was that? What size is this? The old M20. And obviously the resin stuff. How long does it take to go off? Does it say on there, Steve, once you've glued that one?
I don't know, but it's not too long.
No, it's not too long. But they're a one-time deal as well. So once you've started using this, you basically chuck that cartridge away, because it doesn't stay good. It doesn't stay good at all. So once that's all done, dusted and all gone off, leveled up and all the rest of it, we're then going to blackjack the bottom of this. So for those of you who don't know what blackjack is, it's basically like a tar DPM really. So paint all that on, and then that makes everything all, I mean, I don't really see the point in it myself because it's all red oxide anyway, but it's part of what you got to do. And then we just got to double check to see whether that needs to be encased in concrete now, once that's done, or once the brickwork's all done up to damp. Because obviously once the brickwork's up to damp, we can then backfill all those, and then we've got all this lot to do as well. Okay, so one Windpost installed and blackjacked, and yes, Steve was a bit shocked because I said, oh, I'll paint that. I hate painting, as you know, so a lot of moaning on this video in fairness today. Don't like groundworks, I don't like painting. And I said, because I don't want to get it all on my clothes, because I got obviously some really nice Snickers gear on, right? And I don't want to get it on me, and guess what? I did. So I've got it on me, yeah.
Got it on you now.
I have. I've got this black goopy tar on me from that. Yeah, and then he's gonna ruin my paint finish because it was so tidy. He's got a bit of gravel on it.
Sand-faced.
Yeah, sand face, textured
finish.
Textured finish, yeah. Oh, you know. So what I've done is I've left the lid half on, half off, so when he puts it in his van, because around the corner, it'll ruin all his tools. So that's what makes it for. You know, I can't do any more about it. It's what we have to do. Bit of pranks, but also it will bite me in the ass. I haven't really done that. That would be really mean. So yeah, so we're all set out now, really. Steve's had a little bit of sweep up as well on the footings. I mean, how spoiled is Kian and Cal going to be?
I know.
You know, I hope they don't expect this all the time. This will be offensive. So I think we're pretty much done as far as we can. We're going to put a mover board out the front because we've got a new skip coming tomorrow because there's quite a lot of old drainage stuff we just need to get it gone. So yeah, so that's where we're at today. So like I say, I can't really do a great deal else now. So this is day 6 of this build, and hopefully you're enjoying it and you're enjoying this series, and make sure you follow along because obviously we're trying to film every single day. And yeah, so like I say, completely free to subscribe, and yeah, I sure thank you very much, and see you tomorrow.